So I actually learned about liquid float spa I work at a spa, and I looked on the internet just to see what other spas are in this area, and I found this one, and I thought it was, and I remember you telling me about it, so um, I read about it, and I thought it was really enlightening, and I wanted to try it.
Excellent. So coming out of there, never doing something like this, like how do you guys feel? What do your bodies feel like?
Man, ultimately relaxed, man. I mean, super chill, super chill. I mean, it's good for both of us. We're active, we're musicians, performers, all that kind of stuff. Joints, lock up, and all that, you know. So being in there is like super free, man. It's like Jello, and it feels good. Man.
Yeah, being a fitness instructor, I have a lot of injuries, and hydro. Working out in the water is the best thing because you don't have gravity pulling on your muscles. And in the pod, I just felt like I didn't have to hold anything up. It felt amazing. I was just able to float.
And so being that you guys decided to float together and have never floated before and being completely in love and being creative, like what you guys experienced through that? Is there anything like significant or like?
I mean, first of all, like, this is the water is her place. You know, I know that. Just being with her, she's a mermaid, right? You know, so being able to share that experience in that enclosure was quite simply, it was amazing. You know, we got a chance to hold hands and kind of zone out, and wherever her thoughts were, obviously we didn't talk. You know, because I was in my world, she was in her world, but you could still feel that there was chemistry and she was there. I could reach over and feel that she was there and vice versa. You know, to be able to know that she was in peace and I'm at peace in that close confinement was awesome.
Definitely.
If you had one message for anybody else who say may haven't floated or any musicians or artists, like what would your message be?
Come today.
Well, I think a big thing is when you're an artist and you just have this love for creating anything artistic, you definitely know what it feels like to be stressed out and to always have your mind thinking. I love to meditate, but our minds are always running, that it is hard to be able to take yourself back a little bit. And when you're in the pod, I think it's just, you really have no choice but to just let your head fall back. And I think that's one thing, is a lot of people have a hard time letting go. And that's one thing that would keep them out of the doors. But I think this is is a really good first step towards trying to
allow yourself the opportunity to think, just to give yourself that force. It's almost like blocking a timeout, where if we all were able to do that, to say, hey, I have the discipline to say I want to take 30 minutes out to just think. It's hard to do that. You know, we can't do it at our home. We have distractions. Our business is in our home, so we can't think there. We can't think at our jobs. It's busy. So you have a place like this where you can relax and then have the time to think or evaluate music or anything, you know what I mean? Learn, whatever it is that you want to do, you have the opportunity to do those things. And I think it's good to be able to say, I don't have to force myself or block out any time. I'm just going to relax, and automatically you encompass those things.
You said something too earlier that was cool, and connecting to what you just said, for musicians, you can go in and you can play your own music from your phone, iPad. And so if you're creating music and you need a place to just go and completely zone out and just have that music take over you, I think that's a really beautiful thing too. Yeah. And if you are in school, if you're studying for like a hard test or something, I feel like recording all the stuff you need to learn and then just playing it while you're in there for 90 minutes, I mean, you're gonna ace the test. So
be forced to think about that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant. Revolutionary. Huh? So absolutely not. I didn't feel any anxiety whatsoever. And it's funny because when I walked in, that's the main thing. Both of us are very claustrophobic. You know, I don't even like elevators. So that was one of the things when Scott mentioned it to me the very first time and he showed me pictures, I was like, wait a minute, you're floating in an egg this small. So I was a little bit skeptic at first. And when I went in, I mean, it literally, you don't even think about how much space, how small or big the space is. It's like literally you're just floating. in air, you know. So it's like there is no walls around you, you know. Whether you open your eyes, close your eyes, you don't feel any sense of entrapment whatsoever, and that's crazy. And it doesn't lock. It doesn't lock. It's open and closed, which is awesome.
Yeah, I am, like you said before, I'm definitely a mermaid. Water, being in water and underwater is where I feel the most safe. And I was a little worried being in such an enclosed space, not being able to completely spread my arms and legs out, but you actually can. And when you're in the water and you close your eyes and you let your head fall back, you feel like you're in the ocean. You feel like there is miles and miles of space. And
it's awesome because the features, which I also was worried about, I thought Scott was going to have to come in, or somebody was going to have to come in and assist us with the music and the lights. You control it from inside the pod. So even if you are like, oh, it's getting a little dark, push a button, lights come on. So, and you have multiple settings, strobe lights even. It's crazy. Red, blues, greens. Super relaxing for sure. Yeah.
It's super clean too. That's one thing that you need to know, because I'm very big on germs and I don't like any of that stuff. They clean the pods, the rooms, the showers. We saw them do it. They actually take really good care of the spa, and you're able to relax and take a shower after you get out of the pod. They have towels and lotion. And what were you excited about? The Q-tips.
The Q-tips.
They have Q-tips for your ears.
Q-tips. Yeah.
So they really think of everything. So yeah.
Beautiful.
How'd you come across Liquid and end up here today?
I found it on Groupon. We were looking for an experience for the kids for Christmas because they have everything. And so we gave each child an experience.
So what's your general feeling? What do you guys think after looking into it and getting it?
Like 100% relaxed after that experience. Like, I don't know what I was expecting really going into it. I was really excited about it, but I didn't know what to expect.
Do you think it's something that might help you during the stressful times in school?
Definitely. Like, if Mom will pay for me to come back during finals week, really calm down after an OChem lecture.
So calming and soothing.
Do your bodies feel different, like physically?
Yes, I feel like I had a massage actually. Like I did.
Anything you'd recommend for anybody else who hasn't had such an experience? Anything for anybody else?
I worked in physical therapy, and I think this would be wonderful for healing and sports injuries or stress, tension.
Yeah. Most everybody has a back problem, and that would be just perfect, I think.